Afternoon hours in the Coachella Valley, sunshine in abundance, highs in the upper 60s. I'm forecaster Jimmy O'Neill for Smart Talk 1490 KMET.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. I'm Aaron Michael Sanchez. Good to have you with us. On today's show, we've got as much as possible around the world and then some. And then we've got some glamping news with Jose Ulloa, the man who knows everything about glamping in the world of glamping. What is it? How does it affect you? And will it be the next best thing ever? The answer is yes, obviously, for those that have already glamped. And I will say this. I've seen an evolving trend happen, and I watched this show on, honestly, YouTube. And it's, I think it's called, like, Tiny Homes. And we've talked a little bit about people that are kind of conserving their money and kind of, like, living very simply. And there's some really nice ways to do it. And glamping, I almost feel, is like a version of it, if it makes sense. It might be like a weekend thing for you to do. It might be a fun excursion for you, your family, and or just you. I've seen people do glamping in different ways. And in many ways, people are having fun in the outdoors, right, with some of these glamping opportunities. And some people are using them as like Airbnb things, so they're making money at it, and then others are just like repurposing kind of cool stuff. I've seen a bus revamped on the inside to look kind of like an RV, but done economically at like 13,000 as an investment, and then a family of four live in it. I've seen that happen, and they've actually done it pretty well. But if you YouTube it, you'll see some pretty cool stuff that kind of make you think, am I living beyond my means? Because some people I know are. In some cities, I've seen some cities kind of hit rock bottom, and some are on the way to hitting rock bottom with certain things just kind of like, where are we going with this whole virus and everything? Where is everybody going eventually with it? And so I will say, if you get a chance to check it out, do so. We got Jesse Sanchez over there. Jesse, what's going on?
Yeah, so I just learned something today. I
What
might
did
be
you learn?
playing. Okay, so Ocean's 12, Ocean's 11, okay?
Yeah.
I I, I think I'm gonna plan Sanchez 15. So apparently an artist placed a cube made of from $11.7 million worth of gold in Central Park.
Whoa, 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 whoa. How much?
11.7 million. It has its own security detail, but I think I can get around it.
I bet you can. You're Mission
I'm
Impossible,
like,
man.
yeah, so this morning, joggers in New York. This was probably yesterday, or this was from a couple days ago, but it just hit me today. And yeah, so a cube composed of 400 pounds of pure 24 karat gold, conceived by the German artist Nicholas I can't say that last name. I'm gonna burn it. Who was billed as a conceptual base of the world sculpture for our time, was wheeled out to the Nuremberg band show this morning. Okay, that was probably when that happened. Although this work is not for sale, according to the artist team, based on the current price of gold at, oh my lord, 1,700 per ounce. That's pretty good. The material is worth around 11.7 million. It's flanked by heavy security detail. Yeah, it's better. 410 pounds. That's how much it weighs. So I need a heavy guy. I need a strong dude that can weigh at least that can lift 400 pounds.
Got it. Yeah, that's not me. I tried. I did that with a vehicle. I was like, I had a guy that helped me with the vehicle, and between he and I, we kind of went Hulkbuster on it. But yeah, you need a massive, massive man to be able to do 400. You need one of those ones that do those tires and then throw those over, like, or that tow those, big trucks, with their body. You need that guy.
Right? And it's just like, I love art. Okay, it comes in different things, but you're putting something that's worth millions of dollars in the out in the open in a place where people are literally dying for money. I mean, like, people are struggling for food and all that stuff, and you have this $11 million art sculpture in the middle of the Central Park.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
that's kind of like, to me, that feels like a giant slap in the face.
Yeah, and yet kind of like an adventure, right? It almost like, I mean, lately I've been telling people, people are paying to figure out murders, right? And so going back, and I had this conversation with actually Jose Yoa, who will be joining us hopefully soon. That it's like the wild wild west again. You know what I mean? I've seen some cool stuff. I've seen some weird stuff, and I've experienced some weird stuff ever since, honestly, December, when I was assaulted again, as I've said, at McDonald's. And I've had a lot of people kind of say, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I saw somebody a good one, which actually has a great restaurant in Long Beach. You got to come with us at some point. And he was like, "Are you okay, man?" And yeah, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm all right. Whatever. I got a little scar, big deal." But the detective reached out to me. That was several weeks ago. I don't know where it's going with that, but if you know something about a crime, report it. And if they happen to offer money, definitely report it and make some money. You know what I mean? It just makes sense. So that's what I would do if I wanted to make sense of it all. But I will say this: it's so important to, of course, be aware, be clear about what it is you're going to do, and be clear about what it is you want to do in the world, because there are so many people that are suffering, are wondering where the money is going to come from next. There's going to be food shortages. We've talked about that because of the cold front that's been happening, the volcanoes. There's about 48 confirmed volcanoes around the world. Ones have caused tsunamis. There are things that are happening every single day. You go, how can it get any worse? I'm not going to lie, Jesse. I cannot wait to see Moonfall. So if we can make some money in the meantime doing an adventure like this, I say sign me up. But we got to get a big, massive, maybe we could get a robot to lift that stuff. What do you think?
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Right? I know. I think it's the right thing to do.
Right? See, I'm not greedy. See, like I said, Sanchez 15. I need 13 more of you guys.
Yeah, no. Yeah, we need our breakfast morning crew, right? all the people that tune into the morning show, come on out. We'll do it together. It'll be our own thing. Mark Blevin says, glamping. Stephanie Reed from, let's see, Ohio says, hello, happy editing this glorious, busy, cold, snowy day ahead for today. Awesome. Okay, we're going to take a quick little break. When we get back, we're going to be here with Jose Yoa, the glamping expert, the tech expert, the everything expert. He's going to be joining us just around the corner and talk about this world of glamping. We got an interview of his. It looks amazing. Can't wait to share that with you. We'll be right back with more right after these messages. Stay tuned.
World-renowned psychologist, relationship expert, and best-selling author Dr. Carmen Hara hosts Live Now every Friday morning at 9 o'clock on Smart Talk Radio. Dr. Hara offers profound wisdom, practical advice, daily exercises, and empowering predictions, all for you. Experience your own positive transformation as Dr. Hara personally guides you to the answers that you have been seeking. Live Now with Dr. Carmen Hara every Friday morning at 9 o'clock Pacific Time on KMET Radio, podcast by SoundCloud.
Hello, listeners. Christopher here from The Christopher Show. Hey, I want to talk to you a little bit about CBD. Now, CBD is not approved by the FDA as of yet. Myself, as well as millions of other people across the USA, have used it with help for pain, anxiety, sleep, and other conditions. Now, all CBD products are not equal. It only matters on where you get the CBD from. Now, I suggest you get it from a qualified pharmacist, and I happen to know of one. It's at Your Pharmacy and Mobility Solutions in Beaumont, California. They only carry pharmaceutical-grade CBD products of the highest quality. So if you want the best, you go to Your Pharmacy and Mobility Solutions. Their staff is there to help you with all your CBD, pharmacy, and mobility needs. They're located at 1680 East 6th Street in Beaumont, California. Give them a call, 951-845-8252. Once again, it's Your Pharmacy Mobility Solutions in Beaumont, 951-845-8252. Once again, it's Your Pharmacy and Mobility Solutions in Beaumont, California, 951-845-8252.
New teen driver in the family? Just bought your first home? Have a new bundle of joy? Every life change matters, and by reviewing your insurance policy with Little & Sons Insurance Services, you could be benefiting with big savings. Little & Sons Insurance Services, a family-owned insurance agency who values the old-fashioned way of doing business. They work for you, not an insurance company, meaning your best interests are at heart. They can custom tailor your policy based on specific needs at a price you can afford. Home, auto, or business, you're covered. Call 1-844-9-LITTLE. That's 1-844-9-LITTLE, or go online to little, the letter N, sons.com. That's littlensons.com.
Here's to your health with Joshua Lane. Ideas you can use to be healthy and stay healthy. The current thinking about beauty, fitness, and longevity. Every Tuesday and Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Wellness talk you can use. Here's to your health with Joshua Lane on KMET, naturally.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET, 1490 AM. We appreciate your support as always. We also appreciate everybody out there. And we know there's so many things to do in the world that we sometimes wonder, hey, are we doing everything we possibly can do? And are we having fun at the same time? I'll tell you right now, somebody who knows a lot of fun over there is our very own Jose Ulloa. Jose, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. Happy glamping time.
Yeah, happy glamping time. Look, I understand glamping has kind of been all the rage as of the last few months. I've had a lot of people ask me, what is it? How is it amazing? And I say, you know what? Talk to Jose. He knows everything. And recently you had a really cool chat and kind of like a big event happen. We have one of your interviews here, but you got to kind of, share what the lead up was for that. Can you share that?
Well, yes. Actually, what's happened in the last 2 years or 3 years is that with this pandemic, is people are trying to escape from this reality of, fear. And glamping offers you an opportunity to go to work, to just rejuvenate, or just, like I said, experience something that's out of the normal. And a lot of people have been doing that. In California, we mainly focused in on the vans. The RVs, a Class A, a Class B, or Class C, and they could range from $1 million, $1 million, $500,000, and even less. The challenge is, I don't have that $1 million for it. What can I do next?
Yeah.
And so that's what's happening at this moment. Is that people want to get away, but to define glamping really is an experience of rejuvenating yourself, getting away for the purpose that you're asking for at that time. And I think this convention in Colorado that I went to last month shows that, they're expecting 100 people. Over 1,000 people showed up for the convention, which is for the first time to have a convention that, barely advertised for glamping. It's amazing. And the opportunities there are not just for getting away, but also business opportunities and also product servicing opportunities that you can use at any time. So I have some interviews from you. This is from a Carmel camping in Northern California. When you say Carmel, what comes to your mind? A lot of people think of Carmel as the beauty of Northern California. It's beautiful place of scenery. People pretty much know that famous tree picture of an oak tree right on the cliff. But you're going to find that glamping now, as things get more stressful, people are going to take advantage of an opportunity for their personal needs, whether it's business, whether it's rejuvenating, or just plain entertainment.
Yeah, and so we have the one interview of your discussion, and this is a really good interview with a lady in front of a backdrop. Here it is. Check it out right here.
A lot of things have been said about glamping here at the show in Arapahoe County Fairgrounds in Colorado, and for a lot of us, we're still trying to figure out what glamping really is. And if you really want to know, well, we asked that question yesterday to this lovely lady and a lot of people, and it was all over the place. So give us an answer again now that you have gone through this 2 days of seeing all these beautiful booths and listening to these speakers. What is glamping?
I think glamping is camping with all the comforts from home, where you no longer have to worry about doing like it the traditional way, putting all the things in the car and then forgetting things and having to go buy them. So glamping provides you with everything that you already need without the hassle.
All right, we're not haters. We want to let you know that you can still pack up the kids, the Jeep, or the van, whatever, and throw them all in the back in the ice chest and make sandwiches or tortas, whatever you want to do, because it's still good. But you know, it's been kicked up a notch. And if you really want to know about glamping, you got to ask a woman, because, you know, sexy, romantic, looking at tents and looking at products, women will tell you the truth about these things. Is there anything that stood out to you that you saw that, you know, it really appeals to women?
Just how comfortable they are. You no longer have to worry about sleeping on the ground, being uncomfortable. You have the access to all of the amenities that you need, bathroom, showers nearby, electric blankets, lighting, just aesthetically pleasing.
Well, you know, all women hold the secret. And this lady, well, if you want to know a little bit more about this lady, she does more than just come to the trade shows and view, because she's actually running one of these glamping, ranching, camping. Hasn't been defined yet, but tell us, what do you do? Because you're in the mix. You're not just going and say, I want to stay at a yurt, or, you know, I like the wagon. So tell us what you do.
Right now I'm helping run Saddle Mountain Ranch RV and Campground, which is a mixture of RVing, traditional RVing, glamping, and traditional camping. So we have a little bit of everything. If somebody wants to bring the grandma and she doesn't want to sleep on the ground, grandma can sleep in the cabin. The teenagers can do a glamping tent, and everybody else that wants to do traditional camping like back in the day, they can.
Well, give it up for Latinas thinking about abuelitas. Hey, somebody got to think about grandma. And, you know, a lot of grandmas are not that old anymore, but, you know, they do like the luxury and comfort. So your place is located a little bit on the coast in Northern California. Give us like a place where, you know, that's really like, wow, I'd like to go there.
Well, we are actually in Carmel Valley. We are about 10-minute drive to Carmel by the Sea and about an 8-minute drive to the Big Sur, starting of Big Sur by Point Lobos State Reserve.
So if you're in California, you know where these places are at. And, you know, that whole little coast there, Big Sur and going into Carmel and, you know, all the way up to Santa Cruz and San Francisco, well, it's been written about. Been written a lot about, but now you can actually stay in one of these places. And if there's a tip or trick you want to recommend to other Latinas, because we're noticing one of the trends is it's a lot more women than men glamping.
Right. I would just say bring your family. It's not only for women. Like I said, grandma and the kids will like it too. And now you don't have to worry about packing everything up for the kids. It's all set up for you.
Well, that's the convenience, and I guess that's the glamorous part. Now, the other thing people are going to say, Carmel, glamping, you know, that's going to, you know, a week's pay. Average, what does a glamping site normally cost? And do you have to bring your RV, or is there tents or these things available to you?
Because we have a mixture of traditional camping all the way to the cabins, it could be as a starting rate of $50 to all the way to $450, depending on how many people you have, what type of structure you like, and how much do you need, what details can we provide for you.
And that's picky, because there are the people that are very picky, and when they get there is, well, they forgot about this, but nonetheless, your website, or, you know, people can get a hold of you online. Do they call you or Instagram you? How's it work?
For reservations, we do over the phone or online at carmelcamping.com. Those are the two best ways to get more information and book a site. But we are on social media such as Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
Okay. Now, the last question is, how far are you booked? Because, you know, everybody, you go on site and it's like not until Christmas of 2025. Is that something, no problem with you? Or, you know, if you were to book now, you have to do 3 months, or you have to do it 6 months, or things are available?
If you're looking to come during our high season, which is usually end of May to early September, you do have to book a couple months in advance. As this industry keeps on growing and gets more popular and people learn about glamping, you are going to have to book at least 3 months out. Right now, we just opened our calendar for 2022, and I could tell you summer is already getting booked.
Well, there you have it. A tip and a trick to enjoy the luxury of being in the outdoors, being wild, whether it's a ranch by the sea or a hut on a yurt on a mountaintop, or, it's just the glamour is this beautiful planet that we have, the environment that you're offering, and also the convenience of just not having, like I said, all the stress of packing everything, because that's usually whenever it gets stressful. You have to pack it home, you forget something, and then the arguments start. Well, you should have brought it, he should have brought it, and then the experience goes sour. But at this point, for what I understand from you, glamping is that luxury, that comfort, that trust they put in you to make it a good experience. Can we say that?
Yes.
Well, there you have it. Ask a woman, she'll tell you the truth, because a guy, well, we always try to make it more than what it is. Give us the website again.
It's carmelcamping.com.
And they're already booking summer, so get in there, enjoy it, and the rest, well, post it on their site, and friends will come flocking with you next time. See you back in the studio.
All right. I will say right now, that is a great interview. And I will say, you are so right. Men tend to overinflate. Women are like, look, man, it is this way. It is not that way. And you know what? I will say this. Women are very picky. And the fact that she loves it just says to any guy that loves the outdoors or loves just fun or loves adventure, this is the type of thing that sometimes, I'm not going to lie, if I've ever gone on a date, I could figure out a woman if she doesn't want to be camping in a what do I call it? Like one of those bags, with a fireplace and everything. They're like, no, I'm good with that. But a glamper, as Mark Blevins is saying, he goes, we're glamping, right? And that's really what it is. He kind of broke it down for us. Glamping is equal to glamour and camping, right, Jose?
Well, yeah, that's basically what it is. But, it's an experience that when you're out in the outdoors or in on top of a cliff or near a stream, or just in a clear tent in the middle of the desert watching all the stars, something comes over you that, that the normal experience of living in a city you don't get to have. And that's what makes it so exciting. And I think a lot of people should take advantage of these opportunities because there are so many different aspects to it. Like I said, some people want to see it as a business. I have a piece of land in a farm, and they put a wagon, and you can sleep in a Conestoga wagon. Can you believe that? It's just amazing, from teepees and, all these beautiful environments that they can offer. It's just, I strongly suggest it in the world and in the time frame we're in to just rejuvenate your mind, your body, your spirit.
I'm glad you said that. In the time frame that we're in, we are stressed beyond measure. I have seen so many people go from road rage to road rage to road rage to anger to hitting people out of the blue. I've been seeing all that. I'm like, and recently I went to a musical performance last night, and I kid you not, several of the musicians, they had a lineup of musicians perform about 3 to 4 different songs. Each and every one of them talked about how for the last week and a half, they've been stressed beyond compare. Depression's been big, everything's been big, and they haven't been able to perform in front of an audience, right? And do so safely, right? And it's almost as though getting outdoors is the next best thing. I will say one of our social media comments from Rosalie says, glamping? I hate the outdoors. No hiking or sun involved. But this is kind of, in a sense, I take it think of an Airbnb or think of a hotel, but done in an adventurous way. And if you have your family with you, even better. But even I've seen some that I know share me their experience, and sometimes they just take a weekend away in a glamping way, and a yurt or something that is on the near the lake, or there's just something about connecting with the outdoors in a way that you don't have to get your bootstraps on and get your sleeping bag there and take all of your equipment and things that a lot of ladies are just like, where's the bathroom, right? At least they have facilities for that, right? It's like it's the best thing on the outdoors side, right?
Well, the opposite of love is not hate. It's fear. Fear of letting go of your cell phone. Fear of, I'm missing something because we're so wired to a 24-hour nonstop schedule. We no longer work a 40-hour week. People are calling you at night. I need this tomorrow, which normally that never happened before. So, like you say, it's fear of letting go of, of bad habits. And these bad habits cause stress, and stress companion is fear. And, you want to get away from that, because that's really what right now a lot of us are fearing the future of disconnecting. And I think once you get to that point, and even teenagers, once they disconnect from being online 24 hours, they find it rather interesting.
Yeah,
it's like something refreshing and new.
I like that, and I'm going to go with that. Disconnecting and reconnecting with those you love most in a safe environment known as glamping, right? And I will say, for those that are wondering, again, Carmel's a beautiful area. I've been to Monterey. Carmel sounds as beautiful as it is as beautiful as it sounds. I always think of like caramel, when I hear Carmel.
Almost, yeah.
And there's so many like areas like in and surrounding Carmel that are just nice nature. And while we have it on this earth, let's enjoy it, man. I mean, you never know when a volcano is going to erupt at some point. Enjoy the earth as we have it, right?
Well, you throw in a volcano, you throw in a tsunami. It's always something new. But a lot of us are used to driving through Carmel, and this is in the valley, which a lot of people don't go through as you go back into Santa Cruz, into Stanford, and all those other areas. It's beautiful. It's something that, if you have an opportunity to spend a day there, it's just like nice. So Carmel Camping is the site you can check out. Like everything else, 3 months from now is summer, and it'll be here sooner than you think. And it'd be a nice place to escape. And this is only one of the places in California. There's a lot of places in Mexico, as well as around the world, that offer these. And guess what, Aaron? You're going to be trying out some of these glamping areas pretty soon. And, maybe we'll give away free weekends to some of these places so that people can really experience this glamping moment.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, social media is kind of blowing up on that suggestion. Algenia says, nature's awesome experience. I love the Georgia Mountain Blue Ridge folks. People live adventurous, salsa of life. Child, please. Want COVID to end. I'm going to be all back in the nature trails. And Mark agrees with that 100%. Look, I know we're looking forward to that in the future. I know Jesse actually probably has some ideas of where he wants to take an adventure. Any ideas, Jesse?
Let's see. I want to see trees. I love green. That's what I want.
Okay, all right. We'll try to make do on that. All right, Jose, thank you so very much for bringing us the world of glamping, and thank you for continuing to do what you do over there.
Well, thank you very much, and don't forget to enjoy the moment. Happy glamping time to you and all your others during this stressful period. Make sure you get to hug one another at least in the next 14 days.
Will do, definitely. Thank you again, and for more information, where do we go?
To glamping, CarmelCamping.com. And the rest, well, just sign up and have the adventure of a lifetime.
There it is. All right. Jose Yo, everybody, go follow him on social media. You can do so. Latino Cyber Guy on Instagram. I follow him all the time, and he posts some really cool stuff. All right, we're going to take a quick little break. We'll be back right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Take KMET 1490 AM with you everywhere you go by downloading our free smartphone apps found on the KMET website, KMET1490am.com. You can also go to the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store on your phone to download the free app. Now you can listen live or play any of your favorite programmers' podcasts using your smartphone. Go to KMET1490am.com and download your free phone app today.
KMET AM 1490 presents Cal State San Bernardino basketball. This Saturday night, February 5th at 7:30, the Coyotes meet Chico State in a CCAA conference game. Live from Acker Gym in Chico. I'm Mitch McClellan. Join me as the Coyotes meet the Wildcats. Cal State San Bernardino basketball broadcasts are brought to you by Dignity Health, Hatfield Buick GMC, Raising Cane's, Penny Law, and the Hyatt Place Hotel, Ontario Mills. That's Cal State San Bernardino basketball action live from Chico this Saturday night at 7:30 on your exclusive radio home for Coyote basketball, KMET AM 1490.
What is commitment and why is it so hard to achieve? The new book, Committed, by Dr. Carmen Hara and Alexandra Hara, will make you reevaluate the way you think about love. Committed is a relationship manual that unfolds in 2 parts: the work you need to perform on the inside and the 7 distinct archetypes you will encounter on the outside. Committed, a new book available on Amazon by Dr. Carmen Hara and Alexandra Hara, will help to find and keep the love you deserve. Committed, available now on Amazon.
Standard time is here. That means shorter days and cooler nights that make you want to stay inside. Don't get caught in the cold. Franklin Mechanical Systems can do a preventative maintenance check on your heating unit. Get it working right. For cleaning, repair, or a new installation, call them for a free estimate. Franklin Mechanical Systems, for all your residential and commercial heating and air conditioning needs. Call their Beaumont office at 951-845-1000. That's 951-845-1000, and stay warm today.
La Michoacana El Rodeo, your local ice cream parlor. You scream, I scream, we all scream for ice cream. La Michoacana serves banana splits, milkshakes, smoothies, and a variety of homemade ice cream and natural fruit flavored popsicles. La Michoacana is open until 11 p.m. and is located in the Palm Plaza of 6th Street in Beaumont and on West Ramsey Street in Banning. La Michoacana's menu includes acai bowls, fruit salads, corn on the cob, and their famous mouth-watering mangonada treat to cool you down. Y arriba, Michoacán!
Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. We want to do a big shout out again to those tuning in. Thank you. Jose, you're always bringing us a very big of adventure of things that we could possibly do. I will say this. It even makes for a great, experience, even for, a... you know what? I will say this. I've always said this kind of in private to some people. I said, at the very end of the day, if you want to find somebody as a lifelong partner, see them at their worst. Take them glamping, which isn't really that bad either, and see them at their worst. They get to see you at your worst, and then guess what? At the end of the day, you can make a good decision of whether or not you want them as a lifelong partner ever. Because if you see them at the worst, you'll figure it out the rest of the way. But I will say this, there is nothing bad about glamping, and it just is fun for the whole family. It's so much fun that people are starting to just say, I want to be a glamper. You know what I mean? I personally find the name of it kind of hard to accept personally. The moment I heard glamping, I thought it was something different, and I just I don't know that I want to be a glamper. But it's camping next step best, if that makes any sense. So I will say I enjoy that, and there you go. We got Jesse Sanchez over there. Hey, Jesse, I got a quick question. We reported on that TikToker with the one that grossed you out with the teeth and the hair growing. Any update on that?
Yeah, just I've actually been chatting with her. She's actually really nice. So I'm trying to get her on so we can talk about more of it, because I was not aware this was such a common thing. So, you know what, just getting that knowledge out is really helpful.
Yeah, I'm glad you reached out to her, because I'm not going to lie. It's one of those things that people go, okay, how does that work when you get teeth in your, uterus? And the fact that she went next level with it on TikTok, and I think she got I don't know how many views she's up to. She's got to be up to 1 million at this point. I don't know. I've never, how do I say it? I've never known someone in that situation, But I will say, I'm glad she's open to discussing it. You know what I mean? I know she's a mother, and I know she's well, at least she's okay with us sharing her story, right? So, what was the update on that when you reached out to her?
Yeah, she's willing to come on with us and talk about it. So whenever we want her on, she's willing to jump on.
Okay, good. Well, I'm glad and I'm excited about that, because sometimes we talk about people behind their backs and we're like, we never get the update. But I'm glad we're going to have her on. We'll have her on in the next week. I know it's a Friday today. I know some of you are going to be like, whoa. But that's the one that we're talking to. If you watch this every single day, that's the one we're talking about yesterday. And Jesse was literally like, what? And it's just one of those stories you honestly go, no, it can't be true. So we'll find out the truth of it. And I'm telling you right now, it's a thing that I think, you know how they, stem cells is a thing, right? I've seen the science of how fingers have been able to be grown back using pig intestines, like stem cells from pig intestines, where they kind of get it and they add they add it to like a powdered form or something, and then you rub it on, and it actually stimulates the growth of your finger back. I've seen things like that where they just sound like Ripley's Believe It or Not. Her thing is a Ripley's Believe It or Not, and so for her, like, coming full forward on it, I think teaches us about science and says, I have a tooth to grow back. That would be great if I could grow it. You see, like something like this, you know what I mean? But anyway, I think science has a way to go. But I think it's interesting, right?
It really is, because you know what? A lot of things happen to our bodies that, doesn't make it to the news or we don't know about. But you know what? These are actually really common things. Yeah. So it's just like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are ashamed of it and just don't want to talk about it. And then when it actually happens to someone, you're like, oh my God, what is this?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's normal. It happens, it's just, it's nature.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. And I think, it's one of those things where, you know what? Thank God there's good news versus bad news. Okay, we're going to take a quick little break. We're looking at your comments. Let us know where you're tuning in from. We want to see Moonfall. Are you going to see Moonfall? I will say Jesse's going to see Moonfall. He's going to get freaked out of his mind. Is this a possibility? Is it going to happen? I don't know. But I do know this. We got to take a quick little break. We'll be back with more right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Ruth didn't know she was leaving for good. She knew he would kill her. Could she save herself? Did she feel she was worth saving? How could she best protect her children? To love, honor, and betray, Ruth Tunnicliffe shares her true tale. From submissive to survivor, then thriver, now living a proud, purposeful life as an optimistic, inspiring, peaceful warrior. Can a person heal from feeling the guilt of a decision altering many lives? Weighted by living grief, moving through lessons learned, self-discovery, and land in self-love? Can someone who's been abused in every way move to self-trust, confidence, and arrive at living in peace? To love, honor, and betray, a sincere, honest letter to herself and her adult children, Ruth Tunnicliffe shares her story so that others may also find the inspiring, peaceful warrior within. Amazon worldwide, Barnes & Noble, RuthTunnicliffe.com.
We're in the studio with Fred Penny, managing attorney with Penny & Associates Injury Lawyers. Fred, tell us what makes you the #1 choice for handling personal injury cases.
Most of our firm is made up of former insurance company trial lawyers with extensive experience handling all types of personal injury matters. We believe that gives us a distinct advantage.
That's Penny & Associates Injury Lawyers with locations throughout California. For a free consultation, go to PennyandAssociates.com or call 1-800-616-4-LAW. That's 1-800-616-4-LAW.
Tried shipping a package lately? It's amazing how difficult and time-consuming it can be. Packing, envelopes, boxes, second-day ground, next-day air, it's all enough to give you a headache. Next time, do yourself a favor, go with the pros at the UPS store in Beaumont. They'll pack it right and let you know all your shipping options. You can also take care of everyday tasks like copies, faxing, notary services, and live scan fingerprinting. And while you're there, Pay your Edison, gas company, and Verizon bills. Open extended hours Monday through Saturday. The UPS store in Beaumont, located in the Oak Valley Plaza at 1440 Beaumont Avenue. Call 951-769-5956. That's 951-769-5956. Online at the upsstorolocal.com/5027 or Google 5027.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KBT 1490 AM, and we're glad to have each and every one of you. How are you spending your weekend? We want to know on social media. Look us up on Facebook, Aaron M. Sanchez, KBT 1490 AM as well. That's always a cool thing that you could do. And wherever you're going to do this weekend, if glamping is in your future, go check it out. As you might have noted, it was really quick. He asked how much it was, and some of them are as inexpensive as $50, okay? And it's all there for you. And as much as like $300, really, on average. So check it out and, plan, a fun weekend, you know what I mean, for you and your family. But Jesse, what are your thoughts over there?
Well, I had some reflection, and when I said the forest, I was like, okay, so this story came up on my feed. I was like, no, I don't want the forest now. So a couple has been snowed in a Northern California cabin since early December.
Whoa. What?
2 months.
2 months?
How spent in that cabin?
Oh, no. Talk about seeing you at your worst. Wow.
So the California Highway Patrol's Valley Division Air Operations received a call from the Sierra County Sheriff's Office rescuing the pair and their pet after they ran out of supplies. But 2 months? Oh my God! Trapped in a cabin because you're just like snowed in. It says due to the remote location of the cabin and to avoid blocked roads, CHP had to deploy a helicopter to rescue the couple and the pet. They did not share the location of the cabin. But the Sierra County Sheriff's Office, which initially responded to the incident, is based in Downeyville, California, North Fork of the Yuba River. But yeah, I kind of don't want to be in the woods and I was just like that in my mind. That's the perfect ideal situation. But now that I'm looking at this, yeah, you need an exit plan.
Yeah, you know what? I always say, if you're gonna have a vehicle, make sure it can survive anything. I always say a zombie apocalypse, but now I would say a day after tomorrow apocalypse, right? Because at the rate that we're going, I would not want to be stuck like that. But there are areas, and sometimes there are reports whenever there's a disaster, and they go, oh, there were 12 people that are missing or dead. I'm like, yeah, wait for people to actually search. Like when a volcano happens, you don't know how people got covered over all of a sudden. You know what I mean? It's like back in the day of what was that one, which now we're kind of living. They made a movie on it. What was it called? Pompeii.
Wait. Oh God, that movie.
We have Pompeii happening all over again, right? Once you get covered over, that's it. You know what I mean? That's what technically the one in what was it called?
La Palma?
Yeah, La Palma. Thank you. La Palma actually technically is a version of Pompeii, right? Where people are not fleeing. They're I'm like, just go. Like, no, let's look at the adventure here. No. And then all those homes covered in ash 3 days later. You know what I mean? La Palma is just one of many. And if you do the research, you'll find it all around the world. Just look it up on YouTube. YouTube has everything on there. And as I was talking about earlier, there are good channels there as well that I follow with my mother, and we watch it, and we just get to the news. We know what's real, what's not, and we don't even watch the news all the way through. I know you guys watch with us, and I appreciate you more than you know. Trinity tuning in. I love that name. Trinity Page Davenport is tuning in with us, and Mark Bovens goes, #Pompeii. Yeah, exactly. Rosalie over there. Let's see. She says, "Is that why I'm in my situation? Because they've seen me at my worst." No, I don't think that's the truth. No, for you, I think you're the best in the worst of circumstances. I mean, Rosalie, which is a listener, a longtime listener, I won't say this, is one who works like 80 hours, I think, a week. I don't know how she does it, right? And she helps people get insurance for their family, right? So covered California is where it's at, and again, a lot of people forget about that. I say if you can, get ahead of it, because the worst thing is, and you know what, it's funny now that I think about this, a lot of people don't go to the hospital because they don't have insurance. People don't understand that, but there are ways to get insurance, right? Medicare actually offers a lot more than people think, and even honestly, I think 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, and 20-year-olds, if they understood what the things are that they can get, they would be really surprised. Okay, and it's very interesting. I mean, Medicare, you got Covered California, you got things that will help you more than not if you have it ahead of time, right? I remember going to the hospital all of a sudden, and there was a good staff. This was before coronavirus, obviously, but the staff was like, "You don't have insurance? That's fine. We'll help you out." And they got it for me right there and then. And I was like, "Oh, thank you." You know, I was like, I wasn't sure how much I was going to pay because I was in the ER. And so they signed me up right there, and they said, "Yeah, it's not a problem. Just fill out this paperwork." I said, "Okay, cool." And then they got it from me. But they were very attentive. I'm not saying hospitals are as attentive anymore because they just don't have the time anymore. So be ahead of it. Make sure you've got it for yourself, and then you'll be able to do whatever you got to do in the event that you feel sick. Because these new variants, and I will say, they're going to call them different things, but there's 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay? No longer is it just and each one is different from the other, okay? I think 3 is worse than the rest, but that's the news that's coming out soon, and you'll see it as well. We talked a little bit about it yesterday. I will say be aware of it. Make sure you know the information and know that these things do happen. Wow, Jesse, I'm looking at that footage of the couple rescued literally 2 months, and I cannot believe this was in California, Jesse. I'm not going to lie, Jesse. I will say this. It reminds me of that episode. Did you ever watch Lucy? I Love Lucy?
I did, but the episodes aren't up in this head for memory-wise. I can't remember them all.
Okay, it's all right. It's all right. There's one where the whole family, the Mertzes and Lucy and Ricardo, are actually just snowed in, right? But snowed in for a few days is one thing. Snowed in for 2 months? That's a whole other thing.
Right? That's a Donner party right there. Just hope you don't run out of food.
don't eat each other.
Exactly. I'm just like, oh my God, I'm glad they had enough food, especially for the dog.
Yeah. Especially with down trees and heavy snow locking you in. And because it was remote, my goodness, they'd had to deploy a helicopter to rescue them. I get that now. Okay. But that's kind of cool at the end of the day to kind of be rescued by a helicopter, don't you think? Or is that just too desperate of a situation? I don't know.
No. You're right. That is actually kind of cool. I'd be like, yay, I'm saved.
It's a forever story, man.
Right. And then now the only thing I'm thinking is, oh my God, how much is this going to cost me?
Yeah. And the dog was flown to a landing zone where Sierra County deputies helped them to a safe location. Yeah. So, I will say this, you got to be careful out there. If this is in California, imagine what's happening around the world, right? All right, let's see. Rosalie giving us some tips over there. She says open enrollment is closed for now, but you can apply if you have a special life event. If your income for one person is below $17,000 annually, you get free health coverage with Medi-Cal. I want Medi-Cal. So there you go. I bet you didn't know that, people, right? So don't feel like, oh, it's too expensive to have something. Something is better than nothing. And sometimes people without insurance, honestly, do not go get the help that they need because they're like, how am I going to pay for it, right? So they suffer through it. Some get sick. Some die from it. And they just don't know they can get the help out there financially. So it's better to at least, make yourself aware, make your family members aware, and say, hey, by the way, don't worry. You can take care of it now ahead of time. And then, worst case scenario, you don't get sick, and you get to go glamping, and you get to save some money, and you get it taken care of, right? So it's very possible to do that. But there you go. All right, I know I'm gonna go see today 100% Moonfall. Jesse, any suggestions on where to go watch it, especially in our neck of the woods?
Ooh, I don't know. I have a specific theater I go to because I like the seats and they recline back. But if you have a chance to go to an IMAX theater, go. Because this is like one of those movies that you need to see like big screen and just feel the destruction come at you.
And then walk away from it, right? So, I'm looking forward to it. Some of the actors in that, Donald Sutherland, I love, by the way. Donald Sutherland's awesome. And I will say, I am wanting to watch this 100%. Moonfall has some great actors. We have not seen it yet. We're just waiting to see it. But it's got John Bradley, Patrick Wilson, Kelly Yu, Halle Berry, Charlie Plummer, Donald Sutherland, and one of my favorites, Michael Pena. He always brings some fun to it, right, Jesse? I know, who doesn't love Michael in any
right.
show?
I love Michael Pena. I was just thinking, I was like, what was the first movie I saw him in? And then I realized, have you ever seen the movie? What was it? Was it Traffic?
I did see that. Yeah, with Sandra Bullock.
Yes.
Yeah, she has a segment. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just like, wow.
I liked him in End of Watch.
Ooh, great movie.
With Jake Gyllenhaal. That's a really good movie, and it's shot very gritty, and they kind of, I think, independently produced that, and it was just done like really, really well, especially when you get past the not big budget type, movie. But it was really good. But he's in a lot of good movies. I will say there's one that I came across. I think it's called Extinction. I think that's the one. He was in Martian as well. He always plays the fun guy. Remember, he was in Ant-Man. I loved him in Ant-Man, by the way, 1 and 2. And he just brings fun to it. But, he's been in a lot of movies. Battle of Los Angeles, which we don't ever want that to happen. We got $1 Million Baby. I'm looking at his list here. It goes a ways back. But great guy. And again, great movie, right? And we have very few movies that are really great right now. So I will say, go check it out. Let us know what you think next Monday, and then we can all talk about it. Rosalie says, I ordered a huge outdoor screen for my backyard to have gatherings when good movies come out, blankets and outdoor heaters and fire pits. Yes, can't wait for it to come in. Awesome, Rosalie. Mark said, put the page there, Moonfall Film, on Facebook. So there you go. All right, people. Well, we're going to enjoy our weekend. You enjoy your weekend. Do so safely. Do check out my Facebook. I went ahead. I know many of you weren't able to see Amy personally, but check out the concert. She did 3 songs at the Hotel Cafe. If you were not able to make it out, go check me out on Facebook, Aaron M. Sanchez. Share it, and go follow Amy May. She's a great, great talent. All right, people. We'll see you Monday right here on The Morning Show. Bye-bye, everyone.